Our Wendy's Female High School Athlete of the Week is Camryn Turner, the senior standout for Seaman volleyball, the right side hitter, the setter. She does pretty much everything. The stats, they're gaudy this year, and Seaman coming off of a big win over Washburn Rural as well as Topeka High last week. And Camryn, let's start right there with the big win. Obviously, Washburn Rural and Seaman, two of the best programs in the city, two of the best programs in Northeast Kansas in general. What was going so well for you in that match against Rural, which at the time was number one in Class 6A?
They definitely have big blockers and big hitters, and so something that we had to focus on was hitting around them and getting points off of that because we can't go through them as opposed to other teams. We had to find ways to get around them.
Overall, this season, obviously, Seaman is having a great year, up to number 5 in the Kansas Volleyball Association ranking. So, looking at this from a team perspective, what do you think have been some of the biggest pluses for your group so far this year?
I think this year we have like a bunch of power hitters, but also we have good defense, and that's the key to what we have been looking for all season. And so a bunch of people have stepped up and got the defensive side going for us.
We're talking to Camryn Turner of Seaman Volleyball, our Wendy's Female Athlete of the Week. And we talk about the team, and I know it's always a team thing, but your numbers on the year, I mentioned them at the top, they have been phenomenal. 217 kills on the season so far, nearly 200 assists, 24 blocks. The numbers go on and on. And obviously, you have a very bright future in the sport and have been playing well for years. But what about this senior season for you in particular has been going so well?
I've definitely focused on my setting a lot because I want to be the person that can get our hitters a good ball so then they can attack and do what they do best. So definitely focusing on my setting, but also being someone that the other setter can go to when we're down, when we're up, just when they need me, that I'm there for them.
I remember back from my brief playing days many years ago now when I was playing high school volleyball. There's a certain connection you have between setter and hitter at some times. And when you're working with one of your hitters, whether it's outside, right side, middle, what are some of the things you try to work on to make sure you get the timing down right for a perfect set?
We're really close as a team. We love hanging out with each other, and so we have a lot of fun when we're out there. It's not just like we have to do this, we have to get a good set, we have to do all these things. So definitely we work on it outside of practice, like after or we come before, and we definitely just get things down the way they need to.
As you have progressed now from over the course of your long career at Seaman now into your senior year, what kind of leadership role have you taken over? Because obviously high school sports, everyone's looking toward the upperclassmen for some leadership, some guidance. Well, what about that has been important to you, or where do you think you excel in terms of leadership on the court?
When I was younger, like my first 2 years, he would always talk to me about being a leader, but I never really quite understood what I needed to do. So these past 2 years, I've definitely tried to be what she's wanting me to be and what I want to be. And I definitely want people to look to me to have energy, like when they're down, they make a bad play. I want them to look to me to know that they can get the next point, they can get the next play, they can do it. So definitely just being that positive role on the court, that's what I've been wanting to do.
We're talking to Camryn Turner, senior from Seaman Volleyball, our Wendy's Female High School Athlete of the Week. Now, before we get to the future for you, which will take place in Lawrence, Kansas, when did you know that playing volleyball in the future was going to be part of your future? Have you always wanted to play at the college level? Was it something that popped up relatively recently? Take us through that process.
When I was younger, like my whole life, I played basketball and volleyball, and they kind of have been neck and neck. But just the more that I played, I just fell in love with the game of volleyball. I've always wanted to do it. I would like walk around the grocery store doing my volleyball approach. Like it's just the little things. And so when I got the opportunity, like started sending out videos and everything, I just got so excited because it's something that I wanted to work towards because I knew I could do it if I wanted to. And so, yeah, it's very exciting.
What was the most exciting part about KU? Because that is where you'll be playing your college volleyball just down the interstate in Lawrence. And I know that's a program that not all that long ago was playing for a Final Four in the college ranks and has a storied history. It's close to home. What were some of the biggest, most attractive parts of going to KU?
So yeah, it's always been a dream of mine, like, oh my goodness, KU. But now it's like becoming a reality. And so like when I went there, definitely the coaches, they were so amazing. They're so like positive and are so they believe in me a lot. And so they want me to be the best volleyball athlete and student and just person overall that I want to be. And so definitely the coaches were a big part of it, and all the other girls are so much fun to be around. Just the atmosphere of it is just something, it was perfect fit.
You mentioned that for your whole life you've played both volleyball and basketball, and obviously you're a standout on the basketball court as well. The Seaman girls, they got to the state tournament, and unfortunately things were, of course, called off once the tournament started. But looking ahead to this year, obviously your college career is not too far away. Are you still planning to play both sports this year?
Actually, no, I'm not planning on playing basketball this year. It's just not something that I want to do, but I still love all of the girls and all of the coaches. It's just not something that I see doing in my future. But I am playing like club volleyball instead of in Topeka. I'm playing in Kansas City, so it would have just been a lot to handle.
Well, it is a lot of volleyball, but Camryn Turner, one of the best in the whole region when it comes to that. The big numbers this year: Seaman number 5 in Class 5A in the KVA rankings, and Camryn Turner is our Wendy's Female Athlete of the Week. Camryn, thank you so much for the time. Good luck the rest of the way, and good luck at KU as well.
Thank you so much.